I didn't grow up watching football. I was a super casual fan. I was more of an NBA fan than football. I started getting into football a little bit around the Michael Vick era, and that's mainly because I had a brother who played Madden, and we played 2K all day, but when he played Madden, I still wanted to play, so I started learning like the rosters and players' attributes and names through Madden before I ever really got into watching the game really seriously. And then I became somewhat of a casual fan of the NFL, but still more on the NBA side. And so I've watched some Super Bowls, watched some regular season games. However, I've never seen Barry Sanders play, and I've always heard other NFL players and fans mention Barry Sanders as one of their all-time favorite running backs. And, I reacted to one video of his highlights. And up until that point, my favorite running back was probably like Adrian Peterson. I just loves the way he run. I love his power and how he could just take over the whole game by one good break or just blasting through a defense and just going for the green. But to watch Barry Sanders play and his agility, the way he moves, the way he runs, his way to where he can switch directions at the speed he does. It's a crazy to watch the way to watch a running back dominate the game. The way he did is basically what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. So we have another video for me to react to by request to get some more football reaction content on here. And if you guys like these type of reactions, do me a big favor and like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That tells me to put out more content like this, and you guys can direct me what else I should check out, because I've been loving the rugby, all right, which I wasn't exposed to as a kid, but love watching that sport, so we can do some more of that, NFL or whatever have you. I'm pretty open-minded to it, but enough talk. Let's get into this reaction. Today I'm checking out Barry Sanders' Unreal Career Highlights. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Deep hand off to Barry, 35, breaks through 30. Barry outside of the 20, cuts inside of the 15, outside of the 10. Barry, this is the third 5, and touch!
He's one of those runners where just in that one play, you've seen him change directions at least 3 or 4 times. I love that style because it just puts the defense on their heels, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. All right.
Now, Barry Sanders turned around a defensive back about 3 times.
Look at those shoulder pads.
When we watch NFL films and we see the great runs of all time, most of them are Barry Sanders. He was one of the greatest players, period.
And now that I think about it, I did see a lot of students back when I was a kid. If you saw a Detroit jersey, a lot of the times it was a Sanders jersey. You know what I mean? I wasn't into football like that, but I got to say it probably was one of the more, since I live in Ohio, which, and I live right next, not too far from Detroit. I can definitely see. I'm recalling my memory. I used to see a lot of these jerseys as a kid.
Sometimes you just got to look to the heavens and say, wow.
Oh my gosh, what a run! Oh, that is one of the great runs you'll ever see, folks.
That one is a highlight reel special.
Anytime the ball was in his hand, you didn't want to miss it. You did not want.
I mean, look at his center of gravity, the way he's just reading the body language of the defender and then deciding which direction he's about to split to, and he can stop and redo it at any given second.
I miss what he could do.
That is one of the more incredible runs that you will ever see. Folks, he's the best in the business.
Now, when they're saying he's the best while he's playing, that's saying something, right? While he's in the game, they're saying he's the best. A lot of times people don't get their flowers until after they retire.
Lions needed a franchise player, and Barry had that flash.
Little less than 3 to go. Galliano, hand off Barry Sanders, left side.
Ooh.
Sanders breaks it.
Stiff arm.
Tackle, touchdown, Lions!
It's a privilege to be one of the players that will help restore the roar in the dome.
Draw play, Sanders. He's to the 15, breaks a tackle.
You need to put your jersey on and go help the Cleveland Browns out. All right, they've been trash since I was born.
The 10 to the 5, touchdown, Lions, Barry Sanders.
More wideouts, 1st and 10 from the 17 of Minnesota.
Stuck him.
Making room on his own. And in the end.
Oh my goodness, I got to see that again. I hope my system doesn't mess up, but.
and 10 from the 17 of Minnesota. Sanders
Stuck him.
making room on his own.
Broke the tackle.
And in the end
And off to the races.
zone, touchdown, Detroit.
You see Barry Sanders make the moves he makes on this run. You know why this is the best running back, if not the best player in the National Football League.
On the afternoon for
A running back, which is my favorite position in football.
Harrison Kramer. Draw to Sanders. And Sanders first down.
Whoa.
Touchdown. He's going to pay there.
Right up the middle.
Touchdown, Detroit. Barry Sanders, 45-yard scamper. The Minnesota Vikings. 3rd and 5. Sanders, guess what? Touchdown, Lions.
He just makes every team he plays against look like they don't have any defense.
On the draw, it is Sanders. Barry Sanders going all the way.
Can't beat what you can't catch. Word.
Trying to tie this game up. Kramer. The Barry spins.
I was expecting a dive.
Touchdown, Lions.
Wow.
Beautiful.
It could be calm right now, and a storm can happen in the next 5 minutes.
To make up signs like that, I mean, they ought to just, go to their home.
Wow.
They're still on his feet, and Sanders is gone.
Yo, his ability to stay on his feet and just keep those legs spread, keep that center of gravity is amazing.
6 Cowboys missed him.
Which way did he go? Which way did he go? He's behind you, Tony.
Well, it's just a matter of time before everyone on this team is going to be heard from. You think you got him
And you have to tackle him proper.
tackled? I mean, that's by keeping your feet going and making Sanders move.
I was sitting like Sanders myself. He made them like straight up fools.
Bears 43-yard line, and it's Barry Sanders trying to take advantage of a slot. Breaks it, and he'll go all the way.
What the?
Touchdown.
That was amazing.
Yard line, and it's Barry Sanders
Can't hold him.
trying to take advantage of a slot opening, and he breaks it, and he'll go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit.
Some things just deserve another look. Look at this. Can you imagine?
The difference between Barry Sanders and like your average running back is the play is never over. Some of these guys don't want to get hurt, so they'll just go down once they feel those arms on them. Versus him, he is like, get off of me. He's just on a mission.
The ability, the God-given talent that takes.
2nd and 1. Bouncing outside, Sanders. Foot race time for Barry Sanders. And forget it.
And he got speed.
Touchdown. Sanders
Just has the full package.
and 2 touchdowns on the year coming in, already with 2 today for the Lions. Holman again over. And it's Sanders looking for daylight. Sanders gets the corner.
Beautiful.
Barry Sanders explodes. Finally.
So in my mind, I'm thinking he's just like an elusive back, but we see him being elusive. We seeing him break tackles. He's like everything in one.
Pop from behind by Buckley.
And he has speed.
And off to Barry. 35. Breaks through 30. Barry outside of the 20. Cuts inside of the 15. Outside of the 10. Barry to
42 looked ridiculous.
the 5. And touchdown. Oh, yes. Touchdown, Lions. What an incredible run. By the best back in the National Football League. Barry Sanders.
Sanders going outside. Dante Jones can't get him.
Smoked the whole team's boots.
Neither can anyone else. And Barry Sanders. Wolford is the only shot if he takes the right angle. And Wolford makes the play.
See, just in these plays, we've seen Super Bowls be boring. And the thing about a gifted player is it's exciting. It's every time they get on the court, whether it's Michael Jordan, whether it's Tom Brady, whether it's Tiger Woods, whether it's Barry Sanders, it's just every day it's like the Super Bowl watching. I remember back in Michael Jordan days, he never took a game off. Just watching his games, he just always got entertaining. Not like the prima donna NBA players you see in today in comparison.
Here's the handoff to Sanders. He just skips away from tacklers, and Sanders is gone. Unless somebody can run him down, and they can.
So he kind of has that shoulder that Adrian Peterson thing does, where he like huffs his shoulders. They kind of similar there.
The 5.
Once they hit a certain gear.
And Barry Sanders kicks it outside. Big yard.
Split them boys. Wow.
Out of bounds. 2 tight ends for the Lions. Here's Sanders up the middle. About that 47-yard stick. You better add a few more. Touchdown for Sanders. No flags. He's amazing. Six times he has had runs of 60 or more yards. The rest of the league.
This is 94. Yeah, I was just a little kid.
Only 3.
Elusive doesn't begin to tell you what this guy could do.
You almost had to stop what you were doing just to see what Barry's going to do because you know he was going to do something amazing.
Possession for Detroit.
Barry Sanders with a seam. Sanders with a cutback. And Sanders.
Wow.
They're going to run a fake reverse. Barry keeps it. Look out, far side 50. He's gone. They'll never catch him. 20, 15, 10.
And this guy's just exciting.
5 touchdown Lions. Oh, man. 55 yards for Barry Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the best.
No defense.
Sanders. He is gone.
And what I like about his gameplay is he doesn't have like a thing like where he tends to go this way or he tends to go that way. At least from his highlights, he goes up the middle, left, right, or whether he does a sweep. It just seems like you can put him anywhere. He's gonna make a play.
Covering. And there goes Barry Sanders. He could go. He's heading for the end zone. Touchdown.
He's just the king of getting you off your heels, even at high speeds.
40 down 5. Sanders. In 49er territory.
My goodness.
Quintessential Barry Sanders. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Highlight film stuff. Touchdown.
Crazy.
There's another miss. That was Bryant Young. McDonald missing twice.
Yes.
Dodge slid off of
Missed
it.
him.
And they were in the nickel
Broke the tackle.
defense. That means 5 defensive backs, and Barry Sanders takes it all the way. If he's not the greatest, well,
Yeah.
the only one even close was Jim Brown.
DBs can't catch him.
I used to tell guys, defensive players, don't let this guy make you do the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer was Barry would get in front of you, you try to make a tackle, and you clap your hands and you fall down to your knees.
Snap.
And I don't know if they could do anything about it.
5-game losing streak. Mitchell in trouble again, gets out of it, and he gets it away to Barry Sanders
And he can catch.
in the open field. And look at Sanders make moves. Now he has some blocking on the far side. Sanders may go.
Well, it was Sunday, so it's the best time to do the Lord's Prayer. Excuse me.
Down Detroit. Unbelievable.
Here's Barry. Let's just watch it.
We were silent there a little bit because you just love to watch number 20 at work.
Number 80 is the third wide receiver for the Lions. And here is Barry Sanders. What a juke up the middle. And Barry Sanders into Tampa Bay territory. Sanders at the 10. He'll score. Touchdown Detroit.
John Lynch was the unblocked man. He came down from the safety position.
Nothing he could do.
Nobody touched him. His jock strap is laying, think still, on about the 20-yard line.
Barry Sanders is hurt in. Here in the second half and a big one. He's by.
He just dived, but it was hopeless.
One defender inside the 10. Touchdown, Barry Sanders. No penalty flags on the field. He races 51 yards for the score.
Could it be here? Yes. And a lot more.
Went from like 0 to 60 here.
It's 51 yards for the score.
Could it be here? Yes.
Just zips right through.
And a lot more.
It looks like he pulled a hamstring, or he's pretending.
All the way.
Mitchell gives to Sanders. Sanders has got some room to operate. Barry Sanders inside the 10, touchdown.
I mean, the way he can rotate his hips and change direction is just, I love the way he uses that. And it's the thing that throws so many players off.
Unbelievable.
Can he accelerate? Sanders again.
Up the middle, then to the outside.
Takes another.
Oh, back to the inside.
Barry Sanders touchdown, his second of the day.
There may have been a better runner, but I have never seen him.
You just
I'm starting to agree.
stand or sit and watch and marvel. The Lions lead, and here's Sanders again. Sanders will score his third of the day. He is absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
Whenever Barry scored, he always knew where the referee was.
Barry is not a rah-rah kind of a...
Right. I don't see him celebrating at all, which is of the most respect. Not that I also didn't enjoy the Chad Ochocinco stuff either, because I used to be rolling before the NFL became soft.
Yeah.
Boy, what a great change of pace to see one of the greatest players in the game go into the end zone and act like he'd been there before.
Sanders on the draw. Longest run of the game, and he's in the clear. 40, 30. Inside
Beautiful.
the 20. Barry Sanders brings this crowd to life. Give it to Sanders. Oh, what a move! Oh, my! Well, it took until the final play of the third quarter, but the curtain has finally raised on the Barry Sanders show. He has such great vision.
It's great vision.
And now he looks toward 2,000, needs 37 more. Those things happen. Sanders needs 2 for 2,000, and he's right about at 2 there. Out to the.
Imagine being so good that everybody in the arena knows you're great. The announcers know you're great. Your teammates know you're great. And even your opponents know you're great. And they plan for you. And you're still great. You're still performing at a high level. I mean, the amount of pressure and the ability to still continue to dominate is an amazing thing to watch.
44-yard line. Yeah, they're going to take this ball.
How many people freeze up, even if they are great? You know, I can think of players who are great, but at the, you know, when all the lights are on them, they freeze up. LeBron James.
Because this is the ball that he got 2,000. Joining Eric Dickerson, who's here at the Silverdome. Well, how about... There it is. The linemen, they're the ones who wanted the 2,000. Barry didn't talk about it. Sanders is as modest a superstar as I have ever met in all of sport. 2nd and 8. He gets the ball. Here he goes!
That cut needs to be studied.
All the way to the 3-yard line. 53 yards, the longest against the Jets defense all season. Someday you'll be able to say, I saw the best running back in football ever.
The only man who's ever gained 1,000 yards 10 straight seasons will retire Wednesday.
I just felt like I had run out of steam. At that 10th year, I just felt like that was my time. That was it. I had had enough.
Sanders less than 1,500 yards shy of breaking Peyton's career rushing record. So barring injury, this was really just a matter of time before the record was Barry's.
There's no doubt in any of our minds that Barry would have been the all-time leading rusher. When you look at when Emmitt Smith ended up getting that honor, a lot of people looked at it and said, well, it's kind of an asterisk beside it. You got it because Barry no longer wanted to.
That's right. And I think that he was a smart man for retiring when he wanted to on his terms versus so many NFL players retire when they just don't have it anymore, or they just, you know, they just need the money. They're too injured. They start having these issues, these brain injuries that are infamous in NFL. It's a case where I like what he did here.
Otherwise, Barry would be the guy holding that crown.
Yeah, stats doesn't really tell the whole story.
We don't have footage of his decline. He leaves behind just a highlight reel.
There hasn't been a secondary Sanders. There probably never will be.
For those of you who have been watching sports since the Barry Sanders days, right, and still love sports today, you still love the game. I'm not talking about people who think everything that was older is better, all right? I'm talking about the people who loved the NFL back then and still love the NFL today. In your opinion, do you think it's just as entertaining, that it's just as competitive and just as fun to watch? And do you think that there's any players that have surpassed or come near Barry Sanders? I'd be curious to know. Let me know in the comments section. Watching highlights, anybody can look incredible, but I think it's pretty hard to duplicate what other people have said about him. All right, I haven't heard anyone in this thing say, "Oh, he's one of the greatest." They all say he's the greatest. And as someone who didn't watch it, watching these highlights, I gotta admit, he's the best running back that I have ever seen. You guys let me know in the comment section below. This was fun. If you enjoy these videos, like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. The engagement tells me to put out more content like this, and I'd be interested in learning more about sports that I may have missed out on, whether it's from the NBA or whether it's from the NFL or your favorite sport. Let me know in the comments section. Appreciate your time, as your time is very valuable, and hope you guys have a great day. Peace.